What is something you're willing to admit only to a community of total strangers on the internet? I'm desperately lonely. I live alone and work remotely, and I have for over a year. I miss human interactions. Sounds. Conversations. Sometimes I go days without saying a word. When I go to the store, I'm hoping someone sees just how lonely I am. I'm mentally willing every stranger who passes to hug me. It's so pathetic. It's hard to even write this here. Edit/update. Whoa, I was not expecting this post where I vented my frustrations to blow up the way that it did. I am so incredibly grateful to everyone who has taken time out of their days to write a kind comment or reach out to me privately in my DMs. I have gotten dozens of people telling me their stories and how they feel alone or have felt alone in their lives. This entire experience has taught me just how not alone I, or anyone else feeling similarly, am/are. I am sorry to anyone whose message I've missed. I am slowly going through my inbox and notifications, but I've had so many people reach out. It may take me a bit of time to respond, but I will get to your messages for sure. I've also read all the comments left on this post. Thanks again to everyone who reached out to share encouraging words. Get yourself a hobby, something that gets you out of the house and seeing people regularly. Alternatively, if you're so inclined, find yourself something like a Discord server or an online friend group. This is especially useful if you live rurally. If you build these habits, you'll build human connections, especially if you find a group to do an activity with weekly. It's hard to do something every week with a group of people and not make friends. It also helps to have something to look forward to. The lonely days aren't as lonely if you can go, okay, at least I'll see my D&D group/book club/swim team/etc. on Sunday. I can't promise you'll immediately click and make a best friend on your first event, but you'll be a lot further along the road of establishing yourself a proper support/socializing network. Take care of yourself. You deserve companionship. Yeah, this is good advice. The best article I've read about why making friends as an adult is hard but easy in high school is that one of the main ingredients for friendship to develop is regular unplanned contact. The people we're incidentally regularly around become our circle, and as an adult the difference is that we need to provide ourselves with that opportunity. Volunteering for a cause you're passionate about is one of the best ways to meet good people on your wavelength, in my experience. I used to want a job I could work from home, but they decided our office was worth more as rental property, so I don't have an office to go back to anymore. Just a small 3-bedroom house with my husband, his loud parents whom I love, but I've been trying to work in the living room while they watch TV and bicker the next room over. Oh, and we have a ginormous dog who scares the other humans in the house and is bonded with me, so I have to handle his puppy antics between customer calls, managing my team, conducting trainings, etc. I'm not lonely, but I could really use just 12 hours of the empty house. Dog can stay. Husband can ask, but I need some me time FFS. Same boat, man. I'm always the side friend and recently realized I'm the only one who first reaches out. They never initiate or hit me up first. I'm gonna be laid off in a week and haven't been able to find anything with the pay I need. Remote work is a great thing in that it helps my anxiety, but yeah, the disconnection is real. Never had a real relationship either. Want to but have no idea how to even start. Not into bars, pretty introverted. People say build habits or hobbies and I have no idea where to start there either. I draw and paint, but the area I live in, there's not much unless you go bar hopping. Combine that with a few other personal things going on and TBH. I'm glad I have my dog. He's the only reason I get out of bed sometimes. I've hit that age where I realize I might need a dog in my life in my future. All the lonely older men seem to go that route. I feel pretty much the same you do. And I understand just striving to figure out the first steps, so I don't really have answers. I also have a little more social anxiety/introversion than I realize. I started a few years ago working Friday/Sat nights at a liquor store. I'm the only employee most all the time as it is small. but I usually get to talk to 50 to 100 people a night. It has definitely helped me with not getting too lonely during those nights, but also I haven't really built many significant social opportunity, but that may just be me. Best is when some other lonely person might talk for 30 minutes with me when no one else is around. Otherwise, I have a computer and can keep up with online groups. I'm also pretty involved in a youth serving group, and there is a lot of online communities for the volunteers in that, which is maybe 1/3 my time online, with Reddit, news/email, music/YouTube. I'm glad you mentioned your dog and that you have each other, Greenheart. My cats literally saved my life in my 20s. They were the only thing that kept me alive because they needed me, and I am. This was going to be my suggestion, OP, that if you like animals, a pet definitely counts as company, and volunteering at your local rescue is an incredible way to meet people. That's how I met most of my friends. Going to the shelter to socialize and provide enrichment for the animals is like therapy. Those thoughts that are constantly running through my head disappear. It's a very mindful activity because you're connecting with these animals who literally need you and you are making their day, and that's the best feeling in the world, in my opinion. I feel that most people these days are lonely in one way or another. The internet has made communication easier than ever, yet it's mostly void of genuine conversation and connection. I feel you, and I wish you all the best. Not pathetic at all. I just feel for you, and I hope you're able to have more social time with others, smiley face. For me, just joining a Discord server, like one for my game guild or one for an interest I have, and hopping onto the voice chat fulfills that need for me. I'm also really shy, but I smile at everyone I walk past and many times get a smile back, and even though there are no words spoken, I feel that for a brief moment we've connected as fellow humans, and that's cool too. Some countries frown upon this, but I think there's nothing wrong with saying hello to a few people you walk past in a store or on public transport or whatever. Or volunteer at a shelter. Having a dog isn't feasible for a lot of people due to space/time/dollar constraints. Having a dog is expensive when you factor in vet visits, dog food, monthly flea meds, etc. My dog is probably the most expensive relationship I've ever had, but he gets me outside 4-5x a day, and I've met so many neighbors through him. And he's also the love of my life. So pros and cons. Also, if you're starved for touch, book a massage. The reflexology/foot massage places tend to be pretty cost-effective. I know this is just Reddit, but we are all real, live human beings that you're talking to, all over the world. By nature I'm an introvert, and I'm happy with that, but after my divorce, I decided I needed a social life. For a year, I sought out local events and clubs to join, even things I had scant interest in, and never said no to an invitation. It was hard, very difficult at first, just going through the motions, but it worked and I did get to know a lot of people. By the end of the year, I had found a circle of close friends and some activities I liked doing regularly. We got your back, it's how a lot of us Redditors get here. I live by myself with no pets and I have felt existentially out of place for the last 2 years. I force myself to go out only to be faced with a recent fact that any friends I have left are no longer as available as they once were. I have several overexhausted hobbies, nearly everything I ever set goal on getting, and yet the one thing that seems missing is another voice. We hear you. Looks like you've got a healthy amount of folks ITT that you can reach out to anytime. You can go ahead and add my name to the list. Breast cancer has one of the best prognosis of all the cancers. My MIL is over 60 and was diagnosed with stage 4 in both breasts 2 years ago. Chemo and surgery were rough, but she is fully in remission now. She was never the type of person that looked after her health, and the treatment was scary and tough, but if she can get through it, so can your wife. Don't forget to take care of yourself as well. Carer's fatigue is real and can sneak up on you. It is only that way because so much dedication to detection and money are thrown at it. Because women are checked so frequently, it is usually caught before it can spread. I wish they could be as vigilant for all cancer. I work in the medical imaging, and one of my rads explained how they decide what cancers to look for, and it is the coldest calculations imaginable, but the emotionless approach does the most good. It is a crazy. I hope OP's wife kicks cancers. Thanks for watching. If you're eager to hear more wild stories, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave us a like. Also, let us know a crazy story from yourself in the comments section below. Also, feel free to check out other fun videos in our channel. See you soon.